Good morning, traders. Hope everyone is having a nice harvest moon morning. Good morning, Bob Peterson, Yolanda, Bill VW, Yolanda, Kenneth, who loves lunatic and parabolic, and everyone else. Good morning to Stray Dogs, to Mimi. Bob Smith, Scott. Yeah, TGIF. I think it should be like, thank God it's the weekend. Friday's still another day. Good morning, Gil. Good morning, Kyle. Let me check delay here, make sure I don't need to reboot. We're about 5 seconds behind. That'll be fine. Well, we'll see how the morning goes. It's been a pretty good week. Just wish the script would have been working all week. We had SLNO really rallied at the beginning of the week. BNOX took off yesterday. Good morning, Melanie. Let's see if we can have a triple whammy this morning. One more time. Give us one more. We really need it. Got about a minute to go before pre-market open. Make sure your volume spike is on 0, 0. Just like this. Set your browser to EXT so that your orders go through for pre-market. Good morning, Jesse. 30 seconds to go. All right, good luck, everybody. See if we can't get one right out the gate. Good morning, Luli. Looks like APRN wants to make a move here. Don't know what's up. I didn't look at the news on that one. Luli, you join our Discord. There's a link above in the chat. Then head over to current setup and it'll walk you through it. NVOS taking off here. Penny stock. Let's see if it can hold its gains. That's the big question. Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez, Chuck, XT. Another penny stock taking off here, OPGN. Those penny stocks, they're so volatile, I'd be scared to buy them. It's right when you think you got a winner, they take it away from you. Of course, this is market open. Might just be people being hopeful that it's going and then they decide to bail. Good morning, Snow Moon. APRN still trying to make a move. Doesn't look like it wants to go anywhere. Let me zoom out a little bit here. This could be a pullback for NVOS. Of course, penny stocks are unpredictable. So don't hold me to my word. But it definitely looks like a pullback. Stefan, you have EXT selected on your ThinkorSwim? Good morning, Pat. So it was a pullback. See if we can break through resistance here. Eddie, that would be the auto send feature. You click on the gear icon up there by the buttons. Look for auto send on the left column and move it over to the right, then move it up to where you need it. You also have to have the buy the ask and sell the bid buttons so that they are limit orders. You never used auto send, be careful with it. It's an instant transaction in most cases. You're in and you're out. It's real quick. But you need to use the buy the ask and sell the bid. Good thing, Stefan. FEMY, I posted news on it earlier. It's on the move. It has a price target of 13, but don't count on that. But who knows? It's been a weird week. It could happen. Well, do we miss it this morning and keep saying it's hitting the high, or do we jump in? I see a 13,000 sell order, and it's not dropping. That's good news. I'm going to take a piece of it just in case. Now watch her fall. That's how that goes. It's not giving me the bump up I'd like to see. I'm at zero profit. Minus $10. Going to hang on here and see what happens. Hopefully that's a pullback. Not a pull down. It's not looking good though. I'm going to dump it for a $55 loss. And there it goes. That's how it happens. seeing a lot of sell orders on this stock, much greater than the buy orders. I'm seeing the tick chart starting to head lower. Actually, it's bouncing around now. It's break even on the tick chart, kind of consolidating. Didn't immediately return back up to the top resistance line. That's not good news. Good morning, Bo. Starting to look like a Friday. Little fake out, then all red. That's typical for Friday. Should have bought it right when market opened. I posted the news on it. It was only an upgrade. Didn't think it was going to do anything. Stocks get upgraded all the time and never move. Nice volume on OPGN. It would have had to been a market open play as well. Can't watch them all at one time. I mean, I probably could if I readjust all my monitors, but I'm not going to go there. Good thing I bailed and took a small loss. Back to watching the numbers. That's where I'm at. Next. That one's not moving. FEMY owes me $45. I should have stayed out when I said it looks like more sellers than buyers. I took a chance. If you don't play, you don't know. Must be a lot of sellers that were in at around $1.40, $1.50. All taking profits. Does not mean it won't be another run up. As soon as they're done profiting, may make another move. It is staying within this price range. Pretty quiet pre-market compared to yesterday. We had a good list yesterday. Today, hardly anything because it's Friday. This level here is the tick chart low. It may bounce off of this level if it comes down that far. Good morning, Lothric. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, SB. We are watching FEMY. Five-minute chart looks good. Tick chart is just consolidating. It's not doing anything. Pulling back, making these small dips up and down. Eddie, that's too much noise for me. I can't understand that many bubbles. This is what I mastered. This is what I'll stick with. I don't need all the bells and whistles. Good morning, Raphael. This setup right here tells the true story. Clear, not hard to understand. James, it was upgraded to $13 a share. Just a prediction. Kind of like CNBC saying this one's going to be a runner, and you buy in and it falls like a rock. Can't trust all the news. Show you the tick chart here. You zoom out a little. That's what the tick chart's doing, just bouncing up and down. Not promising at all. Thank you, Melanie. You don't have tick chart in your timeline here. It's a good thing to check. You can add it real quickly right here. Favorite time frames, add a time frame, select tick 1 day and select 133 and add it to your chart over here and move it up. And you can just switch to it every now and then and see what it looks like. If you missed that, I'll do it again. You click the gear icon, you click time frame, you click add a time frame, select tick 1 day and 133 and add and move it up. The indicators do not work on it, but you can add the exponential moving averages to it. But if you add any indicators, you're going to have to save it as a setup. And you can save it as studies, edit studies. Let's see how that is. Studies and save study set. And save it as tick chart, and you can just switch to it from studies. Good job, Melanie. You must not have bought the one I did. It took $45 from me within a minute. We are holding this price range. That's always good news. Nothing on the spike board this morning. That's typical for Friday. Melanie, all those nickels and dimes add up. That's exactly how I started. I didn't even have all these fancy indicators back then. I can honestly say it was a guessing game at the beginning of my career. Or about, hey, what's everybody buying? Back in the day, we had like one chat thing. It was called a whiteboard. And you logged into the whiteboard and you left a message, hey, what are some good stocks? And 3 weeks later, you might get a reply. And as always, by that time, it was too late. This was before AOL and all of those kind of things. Good morning, James. Good morning, Pablo. So OPGN also pulled back. It's a cheaper penny stock. MB, that's correct. Good morning, Higher Ground. And Kyle, if I missed you. MB, you are correct. And when you had to sell, you had to call in, no telling when your order was going to get executed. I actually had a broker one time tell me, well, I'll get you out at the best possible price. It was his decision to determine how much I was going to get. Good morning, Robert. What got me addicted to stocks was back in, I'm going to say 1991. I had a big list of brokers, not brokers, but investors behind me. We were a big group. And one of the promoters for a stock called me and said, "Hey, can you pass my stock through your group and try to drive it up and help this company out?" And he told me the symbol was Nuke, Nuke, which is no longer around. This company was developing a battery for the satellites. It was 45 cents a share. I think back then I bought 3,000 shares. And I sat on that stock for 4 months. I actually forgot I had bought it. I sat on it that long. One morning I decided to check on it, and it was at $5.50. I immediately sold. That was my very first trade ever. And from that point on, I was addicted. Back then, that was like hitting the millionaire mark. And of course, about a year later, I lost that profit. You know the story. You got all excited, kept throwing money at the wall, and it wouldn't stick. It's the addiction that gets you. Looks like FEMY is going to start losing it here. Lack of buyers. There's that tick chart. Let me zoom out so it looks more clear. Now down below support. What a quiet morning. Nothing is happening in the stock watch list. Only thing we have is FEMY bouncing to the right. There's a big order of 16,000 shares coming in. Let's see if I can squeeze level 2 in here for y'all. We don't get too compact up here. Yeah, I may not can get it in there. It's going to be too wide. So is that too compact for y'all to see what's going on? So if you don't understand level 2, these are the orders that are pending if the stock drops down to these prices. Like there's 1,000 share buy if it drops down to $1.80. So this is as the price drops, the orders that will go through. As the price rises, you'll see the numbers are increasing. Here the price is. These are the orders ready to sell as it hits these price ranges. So these are buyers as it drops, sellers as it rises. So let's say you got in at $1.83 and it gets up to $1.96. There's somebody selling 3,000 shares. So you watch for big numbers over here in this column. Let's say somebody's selling 12,000 shares. You would see 120 here. And if you're hanging on, you probably want to be out before it gets to that price range. So let me show y'all how to do that. If you want to detach it, it's not really hard to do. Let me pull my bigger chart over because that's how you really do it. So here's my normal chart. This is what you're looking at. So if you click level 2 here, and then you uncheck chart and you uncheck active trader, you end up with this. And you come up here and you select detach. And when you detach it, you can resize it to be a column. That's pretty much all there is to it. Uncheck only the one except level 2, squeeze, detach it, and squeeze it over to a column. Then when you get back to your normal chart, reselect active trader and chart. And uncheck level 2 on your main chart because you already have it detached. Thank you, Melanie. So I didn't actually find it anywhere. It comes with your platform. So here's another pointer. If you look right here, you're going to see level 2. But if you click on it, this is what you're seeing. And you can switch over to NASDAQ full book, which will bring in all the rest of the orders. So you can quickly look up here and see somebody's going to sell 20,000 shares when this stock, 2,000 shares when this stock hits $1.80. So they're in the hole right now. So on a good run up, so here's somebody buying 5,000 shares at $1.68. Right there. So on a good run up, you'll see some huge orders come into here, and that's a good indication to get in. But this column needs to fill up with good orders. And you don't want this side to be high numbers either. So this is actually your bid and your ask. This first line up here is the bid and the ask. I tried it, Bob. I didn't like it. I don't remember why I didn't like it, but I immediately switched back. I guess it was probably okay. I just wasn't used to it. out of the norm, I guess you could say. So there's very little interest in this stock at $1.72. Small orders. You have to always add 2 zeros to these numbers. Keep that in mind. Add 2 zeros all the time to these numbers. So that's 500 shares, 100 shares, 1,000 shares. Here's a seller here for 10,300 shares at $1.79. So when the stock hits $1.79, this guy's dropping 10,000 shares. It's included in your ThinkorSwim. You hit the level 2 button on the right side of your screen down near the bottom. I'll save that as my pre-market setup so that we'll have it every morning. Stefan, the way you do it is you change it right here where yours says level 2. Click on level 2 and you should be able to go here. If it's not activated, contact support and tell them turn it on. It doesn't cost anything. I say it doesn't cost anything. I've had it forever. They could have changed policies. I don't know, but I don't think it cost anything in ThinkorSwim. Unless you try to add Bookmap, I think they may charge a fee for that because it's actually not their platform. But I know you can add Bookmap by contacting support. But Bookmap is too noisy for me. Like you went to a bubble factory and tried to blow a bunch of bubbles on the screen. Yeah, there may be a selection. Maybe you have to go to TD Ameritrade into your account and go under subscriptions and activate it there. I think it's free of charge though. Scott, I am not. I'm not even an options trader. I just like throwing a bunch of money at stocks. That's my habit. I've had it forever. I'm a quick in, quick out kind of guy. Good morning, Greg R. Good morning, Scott. Scott, I believe they can. I know the options traders, they're combining V4 and V6 and the trend indicator all in one. At least that's what I think they were trying. It seems to work for them. They seem to be knocking it out of the park every day, or most days, I should say. So that seller is still waiting to get rid of those 10,000 shares. Looks like one of my orders. He's been sitting on that $1.79 and it goes to $1.78 and back down. That's how my trading usually goes. There, he should have had it then. There it went. It's gone. You got that right, Bob. I do pretty good. I'm not negative, so if I lose something, I'm losing profit. So we have some buy orders coming in right here. That's 1,000. We've got some sellers over here, 2,000 and 2,300 as it rises. See you later, two stray dogs. I think FEMY should have put the upgrade news out on Tuesday morning. They would have had a lot better success with it. Not in a Friday when they know everything's going to be selling off. Sometimes I think these people don't think things through before they act. Good job, Melanie. Presto, click on that link, see if it works for you. Let me know if you get in on that link. I have another link if you don't. Yolanda, that's a good question. I really don't know at this point. It's been all over the place. I'm sure it will sometime. If it has a pullback at this level, it would have to come back down into here. That's providing it can break through support right here. Or because I'm not in it, it could go to $25. Who knows? I gave it a shot earlier. Good morning, Steve 66. Not seeing hardly any movement this morning in the volume spike area. We had a couple of penny stocks take off in FEMY. So if you're new here, let me do a walkthrough. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his home office. Been trading since 1990. I also am a ThinkScript coder and I write my own scripts. I wrote this volume spike script to let us know as soon as the stock starts moving. If it's going up, they'll turn green. If it's going down, they'll turn red. As soon as we see one spiking, we click on that stock and go over here to the pullback indicator. It consists of the 5 and the 13 EMA. We watch for a crossover. We watch for these spike arrows to come in. We like to see the buyers outnumber the sellers as indicated here. We watch that the stock has lots of volume, and currently this one doesn't. We also monitor this current candle. You'll see a bullish pop in up here if buyers are coming in. So to do it quickly, after you've done this for a while, it's real fast. You click, you've already confirmed the crossover. Does it have volume, green and green, and you make your decision to buy or not. If you're not a subscriber of our YouTube channel, I have lots of videos. Here's a link to our YouTube. Subscribe, watch all the videos over and over and over, pound this stuff into your brain. Everything is free. I'm giving it away. I'm paying it forward. Helping out all these struggling traders in this terrible market. So like the videos, share the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know how good of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know how good of a job I'm doing. There's also a link in the description of each video that leads over to our Discord channel, which is also free. Once you join Discord, make sure to accept the disclaimer and it'll turn on all the channels. Head on over to current setup. That is the setup that you see on your screen, this one here. And the setup includes these indicators, these arrows, this spread, the bullish and bearish alert. It includes this volume label. It also includes this column here, the volume spike. If you have questions on setup, watch the how-to videos. If you're still stuck, leave a question in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. Once you get everything situated, explore our channels. We have the trading floor where lots of people are posting stocks. We have Gregster and River Place Dad and a few others are posting occasionally when they see something good. We have an options channel for all of you interested in options. We have It's Me Bob. He has been giving the basics about options. Sometimes he gets into detail. He's a very good instructor. I highly encourage you to join the options channel if you want to learn options. He holds a live stream every now and then when he has enough participants. And he loves sharing his information about options. Never trade off my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. Make sure you get set up on your own platform with these indicators if you intend to use them. You won't find them anywhere. I coded them. If you see them somewhere else, they got them from here. I appreciate you joining us this morning. Unfortunately, it's Friday. Not much is happening. It's profit-taking day in my book. But we've been seeing a lot of red. We've had a couple of runners this morning, a couple penny stocks, and FEMY took off at market open. This is our pre-market scan. It's a basic pre-market scan with the special coding so that it works. Always adjust your price range in your scans to only the stocks you can afford to buy and filter out all of the other noise. Makes life easier when you're trading. You're not worried about sorting through a bunch of stocks, only those you can afford to buy. And once again, thank you for joining us. Hopefully something starts moving here soon. Thank you, Melanie. It's all about blessing others. I've been blessed. I'm blessing back. I'm paying it forward. That's my calling. Bring all the brothers and sisters together. Once you learn, hopefully you'll be teaching others. You'll join in, pay it forward. And many of you do, especially Bob Smith. And many others, I don't recall the names at the moment, but everybody's helping everybody. John, there's some things you can't paste in the chat. It has limited capabilities out of my control. It's probably my settings. I can probably make it show up. You have to remember I'm a coder. I change things all the time. So yours doesn't necessarily have to match me. I don't think you can keep up with me, because I'm always moving things around, setting different parameters, running different tests. So I can probably make it show up. Let's see if this works. Let's see where we are. Pre-market risers. Yeah, see, I'm set from $1. Well, I'm set from 25 cents to $30 in pre-market. So it probably did not trigger. So if I change my price range, then we have to deal with a lot of stocks. A lot of people don't buy in my list. So I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it as is. The more stocks I try to watch, it's just like I say, trade your price range. The more I put in this list, the more noise we got to deal with. And mainly in pre-market, I like hitting those stocks that are $10 and less, or $12. FEMY is back at that same level again. Still hasn't been able to rise any further. RSLS on the move. Got to watch this column closely if you want to catch them. When I'm talking, moving the mouse around, talking about setups and level 2s, I'm not watching the list like you should be. I may miss them. When I'm giving a demo, something could take off and I'm not focused. But this is the action you're looking for. You want to see these spikes, you confirm you had a crossover, you see these arrows coming in, you have a bullish signal, and you have buyers outnumbering the sellers. So if you're watching the list over here, you can catch them soon. You catch them near the bottom over here and write them up. Sometimes we only get a nickel or a dime, but we've all seen it can go from $3 to $60. It's happened right here on this channel. Or $6 to $12. We've seen those happen as well. And we also found them near the bottom. Bob, I don't even remember the symbol. If something's not important in my life, I tend to forget it real quick. Someone said is what scares me, Bob, because everybody took profits. He wouldn't have had 60 million left over. We were stripping the bank as fast as it was going up. And that shareholder money is not his. Good morning, Albert. Another penny stock may be making a move here. I saw it as soon as it started moving. Of course, I don't play penny stocks, but some of you might. So we don't search for stocks. We set up this scan. We sort by volume spike. It brings anything that moves to the top. So the stocks come to us. We don't research them. We only want to know where the buyers and sellers are. This figures that out for us. So it went off with green at a very small percentage and said the buyers are over here. And they were. See them penny stock people making money? I simplified it, but you still have a lot of work to do. Just because I made it look easy, you still need to understand price action, volume, moving averages. Learn as much as you can. Don't just jump in because it's going up. Just because these indicators say it's going up. You might get lucky once or twice. You might also fail once or twice. So make sure you study, learn about the market. And we're back to silence. APRN just popped up. Will it hold? I don't know. It's been thinly traded. There's all these blanks in here, so probably not a good purchase at this time. Another one moving here, SOUN, very low volume. It's always good to check them. As soon as I click here, my eyes immediately go to this current bar volume to see if there's a lot of buyers coming in. Then I head over to here to see if there's enough money between these numbers before I buy. If it's only moving pennies, I'm not interested. I like to see 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. I've seen as much as $1 between these numbers. So don't just click and buy. You could be clicking into it's only gaining a half a cent between the numbers, and you're sitting there wondering what happened. Parabolic, I don't know what's going on, but everybody seems to be able to get in on this link. Let me give it to you. It's like once they click on this link, it works again. So here we go. Get over one hurdle and the next hurdle hits us. Let's see if that helps. Maybe it'll cure itself up. I have no control over that part. It's just a platform I use. I can only control my users, but I cannot control the platform. Let me try another link before you reboot. See if this one works for you. 1 second, I'm getting there. See if that works. I don't know, haven't changed anything. Normal procedure that I do every morning. I've done the same thing this morning. My Discord's working as well. It's kind of like half of the people could still use my volume spike indicator, but the other half couldn't. Same issue with Discord, only half of us can log in. Seeing some green coming in up here, but the numbers are not moving. Probably single orders. All I can say is keep trying. See ICU moving up here. I wasn't watching. You should have been watching. You probably could have caught it sooner. It's another penny stock. Probably a small pullback here before it runs up again. Looks like it's struggling. I'm seeing the sellers down here outnumbering the buyers. I see bearish in this candle. Like everything we saw this morning went up a little and then pulled back. It's Friday. You didn't catch it when it first launched, you're probably too late. ICU is holding its price at this level. We could see another run up for a few more pennies. Maybe a nickel, who knows? Then it could completely fail. Kind of bouncing around between the buyers and the sellers. Pretty sure it's profit takers that caught the run. ICU. I guess that would be the medical emergency if you bought it up here. Got to catch them low. This is pre-market. Reckless, you probably have to wait it out. I really don't know what's going on. Good morning, Chris W. Jimmy, quite a few of you are having issues. I think it's Discord is the problem. It's probably not you. So if you're just popping in, we are watching this column for buyers or sellers. As soon as the stock starts moving, it'll be indicated in this column, such as the one you're seeing here. It keeps popping in and out. Once we see them spiking here, we click on them and take a look at the chart over here. We confirm that we have a crossover of the moving averages and that we have spike arrows coming in, and that the buyers outnumber the sellers down here, and that this candle is bullish. That tells us buyers are coming in. Hopefully you're watching this column and you could have caught this stock down here somewhere. Good job, Stefan. We have a few of you making a few dollars this morning. It's a typical Friday, nothing really exciting, but there are some plays. I think we've had 2 or 3 that moved a few cents. Just watch them as they appear. Try to catch them at the bottom. So be aware, in pre-market, most stocks don't have any volume until the buyers come in. So you're going to see low volumes. If they start moving slightly, you want to see that volume really start increasing. It helps you to get in at the beginning of the run. But don't just jump in because it's green. Wait for that volume to kick in. So I want you to know my delay is now about a minute or 2, so do not trust my stream. Something is definitely going on internet-wise. I'm not going to kill the stream because of it. We're too deep into it right now. But be aware, trade off of your own system. I'm over a minute delay. Stefan, up there by your buy and sell buttons, click that little gear icon and look for auto send and move it over and put a check mark in that box. But you have to also have the buy the ask and sell the bid buttons. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Old Thumb. Let me see where that was. I think it's in setup and application settings and order defaults. And the two bottom numbers, I have mine set to, the bottom one is 100, the next one up is 200. And that will change your buttons. So any off number, if you're not buying round numbers, you'll have to enter them in, like 223. That's not going to be one of the default numbers. Yeah, that would be the auto send button and using the buy the ask and sell the bid buttons. Yes, flatten will work. It'll get you out of all of the shares if you've been trading multiple times and have odd numbers and you lose track and you need to get out of all of it. Just hit flatten. There's also a flatten now. You are welcome. Getting close to that 8 o'clock hour, I expect things to calm down quite a bit. After 8 o'clock, I will take a 10-minute break at 8:05. You'll probably see a bunch of red come into this column. If anybody's in profit during pre-market, they'll probably take their profit before market open. So you'll see red come into this column. But we still have time enough for one to jump up. That's ICU trying to make a recovery, probably won't happen. These other numbers aren't moving. Well, that one started to, but that's ICU. That one has one green candle. So the other ones are inactive. We're in the dead zone, getting up to that 8 o'clock hour. It always quietens down about this time. Very rarely do we see a stock take off between 8 and 8:15. Sometimes even 7:45 to 8:15, nothing happens. Unless there's a good, strong stock out there and they want to pump it up before market open, it'll be right here in this column if they do. Watching the numbers. My delay is getting out of hand. My delay is over a minute now. So by the time you hear my message, it's probably old news. So we're still at a 1 minute delay. Do not trust my screen. Make sure you're set up. YouTube not being nice to us this morning. I have a 1-minute delay. Trade off of your system, not mine. Nothing currently moving in the volume spike list. Few things popping in and out with no volume, just single buyers. Volumes are low. Remember, my screen is delayed. This morning it's running a minute. It went from 3 seconds to a minute. So don't trade off my screen. You could lose serious cash. Make sure you're set up on your own system. Watch your own indicators. Buddy, probably because I don't have the same settings as you do. It doesn't really matter as long as you see it. I may have a different price range or some other setting. You got to remember I'm a coder. I change things around regularly, testing things out, looking for improvements. So my price range may not be the same as yours. My volume might not be the same as yours. So don't compare yours to mine. Set yours up the way it works for you. That's all that matters. Since we are in the dead zone, I'm going to take my 10-minute break. I shall return shortly. When I do return, we will set up for market open about 8:25. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I'm seeing FEMY moving here. Ran into that resistance level once again. It did drop back down below. Now it's bumping it again. Good morning, Sheo. Not seeing much activity before market open. So I have a question. Is everybody's volume spike working now? I haven't heard anybody say it wasn't. Hopefully we got over that hurdle. So let me know if it's not working for you. Big Mike, it was either TD or Ameritrade or Schwab. They changed some settings on me. I'm thinking they didn't allow something anymore. I really don't know the issue. I started moving codes around, changing a few things, and it started working again. I'm pretty sure, I think I eliminated one of the lines. I think that's what it was. Good. I think I conquered it. I think we're past that issue. Good morning, Casey. Yeah, Sheo, I re-uploaded it. Hopefully the extended hours stuck this time. I definitely had it on when I uploaded it the first time. I went back and looked. Somehow during the upload, it was unchecked. So I put it up there again. Hopefully it's checked. You are welcome, Big Mike. Sometimes it takes me a few days. Usually I can whoop them. Just have to take time to figure it out. what made that one difficult is it was actually working at market open, but it wasn't working in pre-market. So every time I made a correction, I couldn't test it until the next pre-market. Yesterday when it came on, I put it out there quickly. That was yesterday morning's pre-market. Yeah, because if you make a change, you don't know if you're changing for the worst or for the better because you can't test it. About 5 more minutes, we'll switch over to market open. So next Tuesday, take note, there will not be a live stream in the morning. I have a project that's about 40 miles away that I have to go tend to, and I'll have to leave early. So I have no choice but to miss next Tuesday. I'll put an announcement out on Discord. Nice bump there on VSME. Not very much volume. Looks like this might be our next runner if the volume comes in. Very few sellers over here. A little bit of buying. I'm seeing some orders coming in here if it drops. If it drops down to 460. This is an order pending for 2,700 shares at 480. These are sell orders. You always want this side outnumbering this side. You too, Mr. Peterson. There's a 13,000 share seller. So if that price pops up to 515, this is order of sales is going to go through. There it went. All right, we got about 4 minutes. Let's change over to market open. We're going to go to all stocks here. We're going to change our volume spike to 100. Right click on the name, hit edit formula, change both of these to 100. Click apply and OK. And what that does is it knocks out every stock that's trading below 1%. Nice moves on VSME. Thank you, Melanie. Pulling that back now because market is fixing to open. They don't want to lose these profits, so they're probably going to start taking them. I don't know how far it'll pull back. May see some sell orders pop in soon. Or maybe not. Less than 2 minutes to go. I see FEMY is moving. The SME is pulling back. Hey guys, it's going to get very volatile in this column. I never trade the opening. It's going to be a madhouse in this column. There's going to be reds and greens and high percentages and low percentages. Be careful at open. If you shoot at it, that's on you. I'll wait till the market calms down and see if there's anything left over. But if it looks irresistible, I could click the buy button, but don't click follow me. You could lose money like I do. Or you can make money like I do, but don't do it. Trade off of your own platform. And good luck to everyone. This is the volatility I speak of. I'm going to sort it by mark percent change. Let's see what the top gainers are doing. So FEMY bumped up at open and it's pulling back. Watch out for halts. This is market open. So that stock will halt within 20 cents. And sometimes they don't halt, and I don't understand that. Maybe the government is holding the shares and they're letting it run. Who knows? Just like that. That was 40 cents from open and no halt on a $2 stock. So what's up with that? Manipulation? Maybe. See you later, Mr. Rodriguez. Yes, VSME halted, but not FEMY. And FEMY had a larger gain. See you later, lunatic. Have a blessed weekend. Think I'm going to sit on my hands this morning and not take a chance. Let things calm down. See if there's something left over. It is Friday. I see some big sellers down here at 215 on FEMY. Take note of the level 2 big sellers. Once the price reaches 215, Super, click the level 2 name up there and see if you can switch it to NASDAQ full book. Those sellers are getting up there to the top. There they go. We do have some big buyers over here too, though. No halt. I don't believe this. So we open at $1.90. We're at 220 with no halt. I think they want that $13 a share. That was the upgrade this morning on the news. Yes, you can. It'll be up there, Melanie. So Super, if you rewatch this video, I did a demo on how to get that level 2 over here on the chart. You can replay that video. It'll walk you through it. Don't currently have the time to do all that right now. I'd like to make a few dollars if possible. Kind of waiting to see if they're going to let FEMY just run. If they do, I'll probably try it. There's a 10,000 share order at 212 if it drops down to 212. And it did, so that order went through. So this could be the pullback area here. We could bounce off of 213 and retest 225. Market's calming down. Watching this column, I am sorted by percent gain, highest to lowest. Kind of watching the gainers, no sense in watching all of them scattered. So when you sort by mark percent gain, it's going to scatter your V spike and only display these. Getting up to that retest at 225. Got some nice buy orders in. No big sellers at the moment. We did test that 225 range. We did hit it. We did not break through. Going to say we're probably going to go back up and retest this according to the tick chart. We are trying to move up if it doesn't fail. And it's failing. Now we're moving. Trying to go up for the retest again. Not worth me getting in for 7 cents between the lines. I'd like to see it break through resistance, come back down and retest it, and then bounce up for a bigger gain. I don't understand why they're letting this stock run. I mean, we open here at $1.88. It ran all the way to 221. That's almost 40 cents, and it did not halt. Then it pulled back and ran up another 20 cents and did not halt. Something's favoring this stock. There was an upgrade this morning to $13. Are they not halting it because they want to see this stock rise? That's the question. Moving averages are rolling over. That's not a good sign. I have no idea, James, but I don't think it's fair. I mean, it's good they're not halting it. Yeah, if we can get in at the right price. But why not treat everybody equal? I really think the halts are to be at 20%, not 10%. At least give us room to make a few dollars. Moving averages are getting closer together. Unless we get some big buy orders in here, it's going to bounce around. There's a 5,000 share order at 218. 3,300 at 216. Small cells over here. Make sure you're not trading off of my delay. It's over a minute. You're getting old news when you hear me. Yeah, it's stuck in a zone. Trying to trick you to get in. This is what I'm looking at here. See if I can get it up there. This is the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, the 15-minute chart, and this is the tick chart. So you have to wait for the tick chart to hit a bottom, and that's when you would enter to try to get a gain. Don't try to buy it up here. All I did was select 4 squares up here and set each one up. You can do the same. Helps you make a better judgment call on your entries and your exits. So maybe we'll break through here, maybe we won't. Candle actually needs to close above this line. And it looks like it's going to run. I'm going to wait on a pullback and a retest of this 225. Just in case they're trying to trick us. Up to 239. And I could have it totally wrong. It could just run and never halt where all the other stocks are halting. Want to see it turn around and retest this 225. We may not get an entry, may be too late. So from 228, we should have had a 22-cent halt. Still no halt. Let's see if we get it to pull back down to here now. It may not make it all the way. It may not even come back down. There it is. Didn't make it all the way, but it still can. I'm not seeing very many sell orders over here. There are some buyers buying this low. Michael, it's in this video here. Just watch it after this live stream. It'll be up there for you to watch, and scroll over to that area. I've already ran through that this morning. So no retest. If you want to chase it, you can. I'm not going to chase it. I want the proper entry. I want it to be by my rules, not theirs. So these are buy orders. As price drops, these are people willing to pay this price. There's a buyer that 4,800 went through. These are sellers on this side. As the price rises, you'll see the price getting bigger as the list goes down. So these are sellers in line to sell when it reaches that price. These are buyers ready to buy when it drops down to where they want to buy it. It's that simple. Trying to come down to retest. Yes, it does, James. There's the retest. I'm watching the buyers and the sellers up here in level 2. Not seeing a bunch of buyers on the left. There's a 20,000 buy, 11,000 buy. $5,500. $4,700. 1,000. Somebody wanting 10,000 at 227. It could drop to 227. They can drop it to pick up that order. We can go ahead and mark this next level right here. See, the buyers have slacked off on the left column of level 2. Yeah, when it's this much of a guessing game, I tend to stay out. Level 2 helps, but sometimes I believe it's not 100% accurate. And I have tried subscription services on level 2, and they're all about the same. Like, are they 100% reliable? Absolutely not. Because I've seen orders to buy down here, and the price dropped to pick up that order and then jump back up. Well, if they drop it to pick up that order, they may lose your order that's already in there. And you think it's going down at that point, and you pull out, then that big order executes and it bounces right back up. So it's just another tool. It's not a guarantee. So there's a 10,000 share buyer here at 232. He didn't get filled. It is useful to a certain point. I mean, if you look over in this column and you see 10,000 shares all the way down the thing, your only guess would be to get in, right? But when you see these 1,000 and then here's that 10,000's dropped all the way down now. Some sellers over here, 7,500 shares, 1,300 shares at 240. I don't know what this guy's thinking. Does he think it's going to bounce at 232? Does he think his 10,000 share order is going to move the price? Because it won't. He got filled for 200. And to clarify, this may not be one buyer. It may be a bunch of orders at this price level. So keep that in mind as well. So not necessarily a single purchase, but multiple people wanting to buy it at that price. But it's still a pending order no matter how many people's involved. So this was the pullback here. Had you bought here, it would have been a scary ride back up because it was pretty volatile in this area. But it still could make it back up to resistance here. So if you see this level, I put here, you can see it had trouble getting through it back here. It had trouble in here. It did pull back to that level. So that was a good resistance, a support level actually. Not resistance, but support. Then it stopped here. That would set the resistance level. Then we pull back to support and inch our way back up. I don't like inching our way back up. Thank you, Steve66, for throwing that additional information in there. Sometimes I'm just blabbering what's in my mind. I don't say all of it. I guess that's because I've been doing it so long. I think it's a natural thing and forget to repeat it. Have a blessed weekend, old thumb. There's a lot of things that come natural to me, and I don't snap sometimes that what comes natural to me may not be known by others. So I tend to forget to say them because it's a natural thing for me. But eventually it'll come out. Somebody will help me out. It's starting to look like a Friday now. We're getting closer to, well, we are at that 9 o'clock hour, that dead zone. You got that right, Steve. It's not an easy game to play. You got to know the ins and the outs of trading, not just indicators that I put out on for you to use. There's a lot more to it than just buying arrows and watching crossovers. Got to put the whole plan together. You are welcome, Jose. So I'll do my final walkthrough here for the weekend, in case you guys are new and decide to join us. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his home office. Been trading since 1990 off the ThinkorSwim platform. I am also a ThinkScript coder, and I code my own scripts and recently decided to give them away. I like helping people. So this volume spike indicator that I created will let you know the moment the stock starts moving up or down. It'll show you a volume spike. When you see a volume spike, you click on it. You come over to the chart. This is a pullback strategy I created. You confirm that the moving averages have crossed over, the white one above the blue one or whatever color you set. This is the 5 moving average. This is the 13. Once you get to crossover, you confirm that you have these arrows coming in. You also confirm that you have enough volume in this current candle to participate. Down here, this is the overall volume, the current candle volume, and the last bar volume. I also included buyers and sellers you can see bouncing in and out. We like to confirm that the buyers are outnumbering the sellers. If this candle is spiking, you're going to get a bullish signal up here. So once you've done this for a while, it's kind of like, yes, it's spiking, click, you see the confirmation and the arrows, you see green and green, and you make your decision to enter or not. It's not as simple as it looks. You still need to know a lot about trading, but it does help you. If you're not a member of our YouTube channel, where I have numerous videos, I just posted the link in the chat room. Watch the videos, the old ones and the new ones. Watch them over and over again. Let this information sink into your head. Like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know how good of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know if I'm doing a good job. In the description of each video is a link to our Discord that is also free. That's where you will find all of the indicators, the setups, Let me get the proper link here. So once you join our Discord, well, let me find my link. Seem to have lost it. Once you join our Discord, make sure you go to the disclaimer and accept the disclaimer. That way the rooms will pop in. Once the rooms pop in, head on over to current setup. Those are the files you see on your screen here. You will get this set up. You'll get all of these indicators up here, these labels down here, also the volume spike indicator. And you come here each morning, 5 days a week, 6 a.m. to 9:30 Central Standard Time, and you watch this system in action. I'll explain it to you as we go throughout the morning session. Over in Discord, we have multiple chat rooms or channels, however you want to refer to them. Visit our trading floor where we have Gregster and River Place Dad and a few others posting stocks. Over in our options channel, we have a lot of options traders that seem to be doing very well in the market. It's Me Bob holds live streams when he has enough participants. He shares his knowledge in the options market, which is very educational. And that's about it. We have lots going on. We have over 1,000 investors over in Discord. Everybody's sharing all of their information and helping out when they can. If you have a question, leave it over in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. So we thank you for watching our live stream this morning and have a blessed weekend. I'm going to hang on here till about 9:25 and I'll be disconnecting. It's been fun, not such a profitable morning. A couple of plays we had, but nothing out of the ordinary. This week we had a few runners. Hopefully everyone made some profit off of them. A few runners this morning. So we'd love to have you on board. So have a blessed weekend. You're welcome, Mr. Rodriguez and Gil. I'm going to hang on till about 9:25. I don't know why, but I'm going to. I guess I'm doing it for you guys. Or maybe that one stock will pop up before I get out of here. Welcome, James. So remember, on Tuesday, no live stream. I have business to tend to on that day. And I'll be pulling out of here about 10 o'clock to go check on a bigger job. That should be finishing up by today or Monday. Thank you, John. You have a blessed weekend as well. And Melanie. Good job, Bob. I think you were playing with fire there, weren't you, with the halts? That's what I thought. $0.40 is good. 40% is good, though. Eddie, are you running multiple monitors or multiple screens? So you have, if you uploaded the new one and make sure you checked extended hours, you have to remove them from each watch list and replace it with the new one. It's not a global thing. You don't just change one. You have to change all of your watch list. Make sure extended hours is checked on each one of them. Thank you, Melanie. You too as well. There will not be a video coming out this week. I'm working on it. I had to fight the battle with the volume spike. That was enough for me. Next week, I'll get you something out there. You're welcome, Eddie. That's great, Melanie. Like to hear that. I like to know that what I'm doing is helping others succeed. That's my goal. It's not about what I make, it's what you can make. Keep that in mind. I'm just sharing what I do. I think it works great, and I think people can catch on. Especially if you're an experienced trader and you apply this to what you've been doing, you should really be knocking it out of the park. That's great, Ben. Yeah, if there's no spikes, the market dies, Eddie. It's been dying around 9 o'clock every day. So if you only see one or two spikes popping in, like I'll go ahead and sort it by spike. See, I have no spikes. I have a NAN. I have one spike. One spike over in low float. None over in rockets. So the market is dying, and so is FEMY. Eddie, it only works if we have buyers and sellers. That's what's good about it. We don't want it to work if nothing's happening. We just want to know the movements. You don't ever have to ask yourself, what are they buying anymore? You'll know right here. You can see those sellers lining up over here in level 2, 2,600, 2,200, 10,000. They're selling it. Somebody thinks it's going to bounce over here. We'll put him on our prayer list. Okay, guys, since it's dead, have a blessed weekend. Give your brain a rest. Or if you're new, fill it full of information about stocks. Watch the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos. It lets me know that you are learning from what I'm doing and that you like it. And as always, have a blessed weekend. I'm done.